Hi guys, this is Tarun Gautam Gangarapu. Today we will be dealing with the structure of an awk program. Basically, an awk program consists of begin and a body and end. If you run any of the awk program, begin will execute only once and the body will execute depending upon the number of lines or depending upon the condition for which number of lines gets matched or number of lines where the conditions get matched, and end runs only once. So in the body loop we have all this iterative process. Begin only execute once and end only execute once, and this is how we can write awk program, which starts with begin and our begin commands, next body commands, next end part. This is the other way to write the same awk program. We can have a begin statement, we can have our pattern or condition which for which the original program should run, and in this we will be in this part we can write our awk commands for our required to get our desired output and end function. We can also write this way with only begin and with our pattern or condition our commands, or we can only just execute begin and end. So we can skip the body block as well. We can sometimes write just the body pattern only, just mention the condition and our required commands. Here also we can just mention our pattern or condition, our required commands within these braces, and end. We will try to run all this, but just be clear that we don't have such a word keyword called body. Nowhere we will be putting body. Only we will be mentioning begin and end. Whichever is there in between, the interpreter will automatically consider it as body. Okay, so the first let's start with this. Okay, awk begin print start of the line. Now I'm writing my body. Print. I want to put print $2 this time. Now end. Yep. You can see only begin executed only once. Start of the line. And whatever the $2 it executed as many times as number of lines in the file. If you just take that count and see how many are there. See, there are 11. See, there are 11 records in my mail list.dat file. So this body block executes as many number of times as there are number of lines, and you can see end block. End block only printed once. Say suppose if you mention a condition or a pattern where only out of this 11 only 3 are matching, then this body block prints only 3 such lines. Okay, we will see those scenarios, how to mention that patterns, how to mention that conditions further. Yep, we will now try with this. I am now running this awk begin print start of the line. If my condition is it should not print my first line. Say suppose my first line is header line. I don't want my first line to be printed. Yep. Yeah. If you see, this is the second line, 5553412. Let's go for previous output and see what's the first line. See, the first line is 555 but now it started with 5553412. See, 3412. We mentioned our condition over here and we printed the end part. We can also skip end part. This is the way. See, awk begin or you can mention your header. If your file doesn't have any header and you want your header to be printed, you can print your header in the begin statement. At this time I'm just mentioning without any pattern or commands. I'm just printing only $2. Yep. See, I just skipped the end part. Still my program runs. It printed the header line. This is the start of the line. As we skipped the end part, the end line was not printed. We can also run this way. I will show you one interesting with this, especially skipping the body part. Yeah. First, try with let's try with the normal way. Awk begin print start of the line end print end of the line. Oh, sorry, it's not that. Yep. You can see only the begin part executed and the end part executed, and the body part did not get executed. Say suppose if you try to run this like this, see it will only, we are here in this case we have not given any of the file input. It just printed the start of the line and it was waiting for the body part or the file naming part. It will wait for continuously. We need to manually terminate it. The other way is without mentioning begin or end. Awk nr greater than 2. I am just mentioning this condition once again. We will see how to get the patterns also. We can do that easily with awk. Print $2. This will start printing from the third line. See, this is from third line. As there are total 11 records in my file and now there will be only 9. 9. And we can skip the begin part and we can just mention only body part and end. Awk nr greater than 2 print. If you remember, $0 is nothing but print the entire line. If you watch my first video, I would have said over there. Yep. See, it started with the third line with no begin statement and it printed end of the file. And you need to be very cautious. There is no such keyword called body. And one more thing to be noted, in command line, the keywords must always be in capitals. Let's see. Awk, begin, print, start of the line, print $2. Sorry. It should, if you just put this, then it won't run. You need to have begin and end if not capitalized. Sorry. If you just run this, it won't run. See, if you only put begin, even here also the mid part will run, but the begin part and end part got skipped. You need to be very careful. You need to explicitly mention them as capitals. Got it? Even in my previous scenario, I think I just discovered that I wrote it as small I. It might have not printed. It will only execute the execution block or body block. Okay, that's the end of our video. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.